Right. And with you being the one that tells your story through the music and everything, like, I learned most of the stuff, and I'm sure a lot of people are too, like songs from Kill the Preacher, and you just speaking about the Bible, how it was translated, so many versions, even books that were taken out, like Book of Enoch and all this other stuff, and it's like, you know, it's mind-blowing. But the Quran, right? So the Quran, it is said in there, and I'm not trying to mock anybody at all. I just want to get an understanding. In the Quran, it is said that Muhammad is the messenger of God with people who spread the word and teach it. Is changing your name Muhammad a requirement?
Well, now I know in the nation that Mr. Farrakhan bestowed the Muslims with the name Muhammad. You know, the rest with the name Muhammad. And then in recent years, I actually went on to give certain members of the nation other names. Like if I use my big brother Robert Muhammad, you know, all those years, he was given the name by Mr. Farrakhan, Abdul Halim Muhammad. So the minister is giving out names based on the qualities and the characteristics of the person he gives the name to, you know, in my humble opinion. Okay. So it's not a requirement that or something that we can just give to ourselves. You know, I could, you know, you could just bust out and say, hey man, I'm just gonna, from here on out, man, y'all call me Akbar Muhammad. That's who I am now. You know, then people do that. You know, I would never do that because, again, you know, a name like that, you have to, number one, be that name. You got to live up to that name. You got to live up to the qualities and the attributes of that name. And if I look at myself and say, man, I'm not going to call myself this or that, this and that, and I know I'm still have fool in this world and disrespect or denigrate a righteous name, I'm not gonna do that. You know, but some people will, you know, get themselves a name, but you know, you gotta live up to that name.
Right. I mean, it was just like, you know, I came there that one time. Well, actually, I came there 2 times at the mosque when doing ARC, and it's like, Muhammad, you know, I see the Muhammad, and it's just like when I see on TV as well, like there's a lot of Muhammads.
Muhammad family in the nation. Everybody's Muhammad in the nation.
Okay.
Like I say, and that happened, like I said, that happened some years back where the minister gave everybody Muhammad, you know, as a name, you know. But like I say, he came back later on, and different people, he would get a more specific name, you know, the first name, you know, everything. So. But you're in the Muhammad family, you know, once you in a nation like that.
Is there like a name for the women, like equal to Muhammad?
Well, the Muhammad is Muhammad, but there's a duality in names in Islam. Like you may have the male his name may be Sharif, but the female's name may be Sharifa.
Okay.
The male's name may be Hakeem, but you may have a sister named Hakima, you know. So, and that don't mean they married, but you'll see those different names. There's a counterpart to male names in Islam. So that balance and that duality, it is there. But the Muhammad is the Muhammad, you know, to my knowledge, you know.
Okay. So it's like, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Uni.
There's a feminine version of most of the names that I can't say all of the names, but a lot of the names, a lot of the male names in Islam, that's a feminine version of those names.
Oh, okay. Okay, we talked about the holy books like the Bible, the Quran. You dropped a book, not so holy, but good. Comic book.
Right.
What made you do that comic book?
Man, shout out to my homie Dollar Bill, man, Martial Arts Productions, man, another brother who produced some great music for me. He produced a song for me in 2013 called the Galactic Quest for the Mystic 10 volumes, and I wrote a story about these guys, man, these interdimensional, these galactic villains who stole my rap folders. So I had to go on this universal quest to hunt them down and get my lyrics back. So years later, fast forward, he hit me up and said, man, you know what, man, I think that song would be cool as a comic book. You know, just as conversation, you like, yeah, that would be cool, you know, but you ain't thinking to really do it. And he was like, man, I know a guy, man, I'm gonna see if we can put that together. So he got with the brother from Africa who did all of the artwork and the animation and all that. And then they put it together and they hit me back with like the layout with the template. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can see this, you know, working. So we ended up doing it. You can probably see this poster right over my shoulder right here.
Indeed.
Yeah, but I'll grab one.
Grabbing the box or no?
Yeah, we got the box too, but
okay.
This is the actual comic book.
Extra glossy.
Yeah, extra glossy, man. Extra glossy. You know, we got some shine, man, on it, and you know, they did a good job, man, with the animation and all that. See, the thing is, you know, this is a new venture for me, so I wanted to make sure that it was comparable to anybody else that was doing this kind of stuff, you know, as well. Cause I'm new to the game. I'm a new kid, you know,
yeah,
on the game. But Dollar Bill made sure that, you know, it looked good and you know, so things have been pretty cool on that front because a lot of people have been supporting, and it was a good thing for me because it gave me a chance to check off something that I've never done, and also that a lot of other rappers I know haven't done before.
What's on your checklist though? You got something else, or is it? Shh?
You know, my checklist mostly consists now of probably places that I want to go. But also sometimes you check things off the list that wasn't even on the list. You just check it off once you do it.
It just fell on your lap type stuff.
You know what? Then check that out. See, I never saw myself hosting a radio show. You know, and I ended up doing that. You know, so okay, well, just add it. I never saw myself until recent years writing a book. You know, check that off. You know, and some of the places I've been. So yeah, man. Sometimes things are on the list, and sometimes things just they put themselves on the list. Yeah.
And you got 2 books. You doing the third one?
Yeah. You know what? I've been vibing on a third book, but mainly from the standpoint of trying to figure out what that third book will be about. I do have it in my mind to want to do a third book, but I'm not going to do it until something hits me and say, yeah, see, when I did my first book, it was easy because I was just talking about my life. So all I had to do was remember and recall. The second book was, okay, well, you know what, let me break down the lyrics and the bars and basically write a teaching tool for writers. That was easy no brainer to come up with. But a third concept, something would have to come to me that makes me go, yeah, that would be the next one. And so far that hasn't happened.